When I was 10, we moved into a bigger house because Mom remarried. It seemed normal at first, but that first night, I woke to soft shuffling from my closet. I froze, staring at the door. The next morning, the closet door was slightly ajar. Mom didn't go in. Nights worsened. Tapping on the windows, no branches outside, and a pale hand pressed against the second-floor glass. A month later, my little brother, 4, spoke of the White Lady. He said she came to his room, sat on his bed, and stared at him with empty black eyes. I believed him. One night, I woke to her in my room. The White Lady stood at the foot of my bed, taller than the ceiling. Her black, stringy hair and hollow eyes froze me in place. She moved toward me, floating without touching the floor. I tried to scream, but nothing came out. I shut my eyes, opened them, and she was gone, but my closet door was wide open. I begged Mom to let me sleep in her room, but she insisted I stay brave. Nightmares of the White Lady continued. Her whispers echoed even under my blanket. During a storm, I woke to my window slowly opening, lock turning by itself. The White Lady climbed in, floating toward me. Her cold breath whispered my name, and I screamed. Mom and Stepdad rushed in, but the window was closed and locked. They yelled at me, but I could see their worry. The fear of that house never left me. The next morning, the room was quiet. The window locked, the White Lady gone, but I couldn't shake the fear. Every shadow felt alive, every corner threatening. I felt unsafe even in daylight. Mom started taking me to therapy after I insisted I wasn't imagining things. My little brother stopped mentioning the White Lady, but I knew he was still scared at night. Even after we moved on with life, during storms at night, I would pause. Every shadow in the room made my heart race. Every corner felt like she could be there. Now, as an adult, I still glance at corners at night. Even knowing it was probably night terrors, I can't ignore the memory of that pale hand on the window. When I was 12, strange things began happening in our house. Shadows that didn't belong, whispers behind closed doors, and toys scattered as if someone had been searching for something. My sister said there was a man in the closet. But what unsettled me most was knowing I never saw him. Yet I always felt he was there. When I was 12, strange things began happening in our house. At first, I thought it was just the creaks of an old home. But some of the sounds didn't belong. One night, I lay in bed staring at the glow-in-the-dark stars on my ceiling. The shadows of the trees moved, except for one. It stayed still, right by my toy chest. I blinked, and the shadow vanished. But the next morning, my toy chest was standing open. I never left it that way. My stomach dropped as I closed it in silence. A few weeks later, my sister told Mom about a man in her closet. She said it so casually, but her face told me it was real. She looked afraid. That night, I woke to the sound of nails dragging across my floor. The scratching stopped right beside my bed. I froze, too afraid to look. At night, faint whispers leaked from the closet like a radio tuned too low. My sister would cry, pointing into the dark corner, saying, "He's there. He's watching." One winter night, I woke to find my door open. The hallway light went out. Then came footsteps. Slow, heavy, stopping right outside my room. The door creaked open, and a tall, dark figure leaned in. I shut my eyes tight, pretending to be asleep. When I opened them again, it was gone. When my sister and I told Mom, she finally looked worried. She lit candles, whispered prayers in every room. For a while, the house felt calm. But it didn't last. One afternoon, I heard my toy chest slam shut. When I opened the door, My toys were scattered everywhere, as if someone had searched through them. Years later, Mom admitted she'd seen him too, a shadow standing in her doorway at night. She never told us, because she didn't want to scare us. Even now, as an adult, I sometimes hear it. In the dead of night, when the house is silent, the sound of nails dragging across the floor right beside my bed.